Hello, happy Tech Talk Tuesday. This is Michael Damon with WeMerge Media, and today is Tech Talk Tuesday. Welcome aboard. Today we're going to talk about a new feature that's on Facebook, and I'm going to give you a tutorial about how to use this new feature and also give you some reasons why you may want to use it. So welcome to Tech Talk Tuesday. Every Tuesday I go live at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, to help entrepreneurs like you learn how to use technology to work smarter and not harder. For the past couple of months, we've been talking about building the infrastructure for your digital marketing for your business online. So making sure that you know how to use all of this stuff and how it all comes together. There are a lot of components when it comes to digital marketing. There's social media, email marketing, there's automation, there's content creation, there's all these different things that your brain gets wrapped around and people tell you that you need to do. So I think in order for you to really understand which things are most important for you to do, it's important for you to understand how all this stuff works together. So the episodes that we have on Tech Talk Tuesday are to introduce these different elements of marketing your business online and then helping you decide which ones are worth your time, where you need to show up, and what tools you might need to use. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into our topic today. But first, what I want to do is ask everybody here a question. So I want to know if you have ever created a reel before. It doesn't have to be a Facebook reel. It could be an Instagram reel. It could be a TikTok. But have you ever created something like that? Short video clips that you create in order to be able to kind of put something fun together or educate people. Sometimes people do it to entertain. There are a lot of different reasons that people do it, but I want to know, just leave a comment down below and let me know, have you ever created a reel? Now, yesterday, as most of you, if not all of you know, Facebook was down, Instagram was down, Messenger was down, WhatsApp was down. None of that stuff worked yesterday. And we had a conversation over on YouTube Live. I went live yesterday just to ask some people who follow Tech Talk Tuesday and follow WeMerge Media to see, like, how many of you have made sure that you protect yourself in your business and you have a way to still conduct business when something like that goes down. We talked about the importance of making sure that you have an infrastructure that can still operate in case you get blocked out of one of these social media channels, or we have something like yesterday when you can't get access to it. I know a lot of people use the social media, like their business page or their personal profile, as their website. It's the only virtual gateway into their business and into them. Maybe you don't collect email addresses because you're like, oh, I can always just send a message on Messenger. But yesterday, a lot of people learned that, hey, sometimes this stuff goes down. So I want to just remind you before we get into today's topic to make sure that you protect yourself and you build a digital marketing foundation for your business that allows you to operate even without these social media platforms. I'm not a trend chaser. I do these videos because people see it and they want to know about the features and they want to use them. So I use them for educational purposes. I create stuff that I feel is going to tie back to my goals. So you want to make sure that in all of this stuff that I'm talking about, make sure it's relevant to you and relevant to the goals that you have and what these things can do for your business. But make sure that you may have a infrastructure outside of that. Collect the email addresses, give people the option to give you their phone number if they like to. Make sure that you have a website or some type of external destination where your offers live and your content lives and people can reach out. So that's just a little lesson from yesterday to make sure that we do that. Let me just check in real quick, make sure I'm all good. Wendy, good morning. Welcome to Tech Talk Tuesday. Good morning from Arizona. Checking in. Carmen, thank you so much from Be Well for Women checking in. Go to bewellforwomen.com and check out the latest magazine. It came out yesterday, so you can go and check that out. I've created an Instagram reel. Okay, so Wendy's created an Instagram reel before. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to first kind of give you some educational information because that's what we like to do. Because I don't want to just show you, oh, let's jump right in and let's just start making this stuff and you have no reason why or if you should even be making it. So I'm going to go and give you some background information about what it is and how you might want to use it. So let's first just talk about Facebook Reels and Instagram Reels. If you don't know what a reel is basically a short video, depending on the platform. I know right now when I looked on Facebook, it was limited to 30 seconds. So it gives you an opportunity to create a short video clip, which can include video, it can include music, text, stickers, a lot of the same stuff that you see in your Facebook story. I saw a lot of those same features in the Facebook Reels. On Instagram, it's the same thing, but you have the option to do longer reels. I think you can do, I think you can do up to 3 minutes. I have to double check that. But you have the option to do longer reels if you want to. You have more tools and more creative features in Instagram, of course, because it's been around longer. One thing I will say, depending on where your primary platform is, I know for a lot of people who tune in for Tech Talk Tuesday, a lot of you are spending time on Facebook. And Facebook knows, they see the trend and they see the activity that Instagram is getting with that feature. So that's why, of course, they will roll it over to Facebook. So now we have the option to use it, but the Instagram version could be a little bit more complex. I found the Facebook version to be a little easier to navigate because it didn't have all the features, and I thought it was a little bit easier to use. The other thing that I thought that was a benefit of Facebook's Reels was that I was able to search for like songs that I know. Like on Instagram, you can search for songs that you know or songs that are popular, and a lot of times they're not eligible to use. So it gets a little challenging kind of finding music that you might like or you might want to listen to or your followers might listen to. But on Facebook, like I typed in Brandy. If you saw the little trailer that I created earlier today, it finally worked. I was able to type in like Anita Baker, Sade came up. So I'm sure that those labels and those companies have contracts with Facebook that allows them to use them on Facebook, maybe, but not use them on. So there might be an issue on Facebook. I'm just getting a notice. We're having trouble streaming to Facebook. This may be an issue on Facebook. Yeah. Okay. So let me just tell you, if you end up getting disconnected on Facebook, hop over to YouTube and look for We Merge Media, and you can watch the show there. But I just got something popped up. As you know, they had issues yesterday, so they might still be having some issues today. So let's talk a little bit about the reason why you might even consider creating a reel. So a couple of things that are beneficial about creating reels is that reels get seen or shown to everybody on the platform. So whether that be Facebook or Instagram, those reels are discoverable to everyone, as opposed to creating a story or creating a posting on your profile where those things are going to be just shown primarily to people who follow you. So the reason why people like to create reels is because you get increased discoverability. And if that reel can be seen by more people, then of course you have an opportunity to make an impression on more people who may decide to follow you, who may decide to comment, who may decide to click the link in your bio and learn a little bit more about you and what you do. Another reason that you may want to start creating reels is to express yourself and give some personality into your content. So one example would be if you're in groups. I know a lot of times it can be difficult to navigate groups because they don't want you advertising and promoting and all that other stuff. But you can create reels, make sure you read the guidelines of that group. And it's a way for you to be able to kind of express yourself and give people a fun and interactive and visual way to be able to see who you are and connect with you. So that's another good use. Now, the last reason you might want to create a reel is because whenever new features come out on these platforms, they want people to use them, and then they give people who are using that content a bump up. So you might start seeing that you get more views or more interaction because they're trying to show everybody on the platform that we have this new feature. Check out these reels. So that's the other reason why you may want to use them. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to go ahead and switch over to tutorial mode. I have to do this from my phone, but I do need to preface this to say, because of the protection of music, I can't play music out loud. So I have my phone connected to the computer, and I'm sure they do this for protection for reasons. Like I can't stream any music or sound while my phone's streaming here through the live stream. So you're going to have to pretend that you hear the song in your head. The purpose of today is for me to walk you through the steps to know where to go, where you can create them, and show you the process that you might want to follow. I'm going to make something that may not make any sense. My whole point is to show you the steps and where things are located. So, it may look goofy. I may not post it, but at least you'll have an idea where to find everything. So let me go ahead and just get my thing self set up here. Michaela, good morning. Welcome to Tech Talk. She's excited for today's Tech Talk. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon, Daphne. Good topic. Thank you so much. Glad to hear that. Glad to see that Facebook is even up for us to do this. So let me go ahead. Let me get my phone ready. Okay. And then let me get my share ready. Make sure that okay, cool. I can see that. All right. So I'm not gonna be able to look at you. I'm primarily gonna be looking at my phone, but um we should be good. Okay, so now let me switch over to here. So what you're looking at right now is my phone, and just right, I'm logged into my profile. So there's two different places that you can create reels. You can create reels for your personal profile, but then you can also create them on your business profile. Now, one thing that I noticed on the business profile is that it wasn't referred to as a reel. So if you want to create these on your business profile, what you're going to look for is short video, and I'll show you where that's located. So let's start here on my personal profile. You'll see right away on top where it asks what's on your mind. I can choose reel, and that can be something that I want to create right underneath. And now I'll just have to turn my camera around so that the camera faces me. All right. So now the camera is on me. You're looking at my phone as if I was going to record myself. And from this point, I'll just kind of look into the phone. So usually when I get started, I like to get started with some music, and I choose music for the inspiration. To give me an idea, like, sometimes the lyrics might give you an idea of what you want to talk about, or maybe just the way that the music sounds has a certain vibe to it. So you'll see on the right hand side, there's four different options. One of them is for audio, there's one for effects, there's one for timer, and there's one for green screen. Green screen. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and click audio, and let me do me a favor real quick. Let me make sure y'all can really see what I'm doing. Let me come back. You'll tell me in the comments if you can't. Right? Let's see. I want to make sure that you can see that before I go on. I've done that before where I went through. Can y'all see? Can you see? Let me know in the comments, somebody. Hey, do you know where the reels go on Facebook when you post? I'll talk about that, Lauren, where they go. I have seen those as well. So give me a shout out in the comments, everybody. Just make sure you were seeing my mobile phone. I think you were. Um, so let me just go back. I'm gonna hit share screen, because I don't want to go all the way through that and y'all can't even see what I'm doing. How bad would that be? All right. Let me come back over here. Okay, cool. So I know what I can do. I'm just gonna come out. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure you can see. So I'm gonna check myself. Okay. All right, cool. I feel confident that we'll be okay now. So let me go ahead here. I see that on the screen there. I'm going to click reel. And then I talked about starting with your audio. So when I click audio, you're going to have the option to see some songs that are either recommended or suggested for you. But there's also a place up top where you can search. So, like I talked about earlier, I made a reel and I was looking for a song by Brandy, and I just typed Brandy in. And then it pulls up all the artist songs. Now, next to each song, you'll see a little E if it's explicit. You'll see a little bookmark looking icon that allows you to save the song, and I'll show you where those go. And then you see a play button, which allows you to kind of preview and hear the song. But as I mentioned, we can't play sound through here just because it's going to be a violation of the copyright thing. So imagine that you were here and I want to be down with Brandy. If I wanted that song, I would go ahead and select it. And as I mentioned, you can only do 30 seconds of a reel on Facebook. So it's going to show me 30 seconds. Now you'll see these little stars on my screen here. There's three of them, and it's what it's showing you. What I believe it's showing you is like three either popular or idea places to start the song. Or you can just assume, say, hey, I want to start in the beginning of the song and go all the way back to the beginning. So by sliding this little sound bar, you can choose where you want your 30 seconds to begin. Okay. So let's say that was my 30 seconds and I wanted to start there. The other thing that I recommend doing, just to give you some time to prepare, is using the timer function. So the timer function is going to give you a countdown clock that you can choose. Okay, I need 3 seconds before it starts or 10 seconds before it starts. 3 seconds if you just are going to be here on the phone like I usually am, and I don't need to go position my body or get out of my chair and step back to do a dance or anything like that. I'll choose that just to give me a little bit of time to prepare before it starts recording. I can also choose 10 seconds, which is going to give me a countdown clock of 10 seconds. And you'll see what I mean once I start it. Now, you can do up to 30 seconds. You don't have to do 30 seconds. If you only want to do 10 or 15, just take this slider and you can slide it to the point that you want. Okay. Either way, I leave it on 30 seconds and I just record my clips. And if it ends up being 22 seconds, that's fine. It's going to end at the 22 seconds. Okay. So let's put this on 3 seconds and I have it on 30. Let's say set. And now at this point, I would have to create my push the record button to get started. So I'm just going to do some real simple facial expressions, and then we're going to go into the text part because I know that's the part that usually makes these reels entertaining for people. So there's my countdown. I got 3 seconds. Hey, what's up? I can speak or I cannot speak. A lot of times I just look into it, wave, and make some facial expressions, and then that's done. I get to preview it. So when you have the sound, you're watching the video clip back with the music so that you can see, oh, okay, like how does that line up with the music? Now you can prepare whatever text you want to add to this beforehand. But like I mentioned, sometimes I'll find the music that'll inspire the thought, and then I'll come up with some text, or I'll just kind of do it on the fly and on the go. So if I was to hit text right underneath that, I can say, we are making reels. Now, one thing that I noticed about the Facebook version, and sometimes you want to put that little background on there. There's some little icon on the back that lets you choose if you want a transparent or solid background. The color will let you choose what color you want your text to be. Okay. So once I do that, if I click this, I can drag it around and place it wherever I want on my reel. Typically, I'll try to place it somewhere where it's not on my face. Now, sometimes you want text to pop up. I know we've seen that before. And when you do that, I like the Facebook version. When you have your text selected, so let's just do one more. Let's just type Facebook Reels. I want to show you how people, at least on here, are able to get the text to come up at different points of the video. Okay. Hit done. So that's just kind of playing in the background there. So now I have some text on my reel. I'm going to select the first one, and you'll notice I saw the color wheel. We have the little box. We have the alignment if I want to line left, right, or center. And then I have a clock. And this clock lets me decide where I want this to show up on my video. So if I don't want the text where we are making reels to be on the whole video, what I can do is just slide this little bar over. And then it's going to play in the blue section. So let's say this Facebook Reels one, I want it to start after the green one goes away. I can do that. Okay. So let's watch it replay and you'll see how it pops in and pops out. It's almost at the end. Okay. So we are making reels. That goes away. The next one comes in. So that's how people get those pop-up effects. Now, the other thing that you can do is that you still have access to stickers. So if you want to add any stickers to this, place them somewhere on here, you can do so. Just be mindful of where you place them, because once you post this, it's going to be, you'll see, like, I'll show you in the preview. It could be covering some stuff behind the scenes. So I'm just going to go ahead and post this, and we're going to see if we can do a playback. Testing Facebook Reels. Okay. So after we post this, and hopefully I can play it back with you, I'm going to show you how to do this on your business page. Very simple. I'm going to hit share reel. Now, earlier today, when I was creating these, it took a while for the reels to show up and to pop up. Stop sharing. Okay. Don't let me come back and say y'all couldn't see me. Okay. I'd have been sad. I would have been like, come on now. All right. So that reel was created and I posted it. I'm going to pull it back up and show you where to go on your business page to do it. But I am curious just to see if that reel posts anytime soon. I was getting error messages earlier and it wasn't working. So I'm just going to check my profile real quick, see if it's there. Because I think they were down yesterday, they're still having glitches and stuff. So I don't see it yet. So it may take a little time. Give it a little time. As I mentioned, the one I had earlier took a very long time and didn't show up until much, much later. I got a notification when it was ready, so that lets me know. So I just got a notification that my reel was ready. So let's try and just see if I go to Facebook pull up my profile, will you be able to see and hear the reel? So let's take a look. Let me share my screen with you again. Okay, I do see it. We're going to share screen. We're going to share Facebook. Let's see what happens. Okay. So here's the reel that got done much faster than the one that I did before.
Even though you got chicks all up on me, don't matter, cause mother you fly, I can't lie.
So it did take the music.
Baby, bring it on, don't be frontin' on your baby.
Okay. So that's the reel. That's the reel. Now let me show you on a mobile device how you might be able to create these on your business page. All right. So I'm going to go ahead again, share my screen with you. I swear I feel like a DJ sometimes when I'm doing this. Entire screen, share. Okay. So I'm going to bring you back over to the app. And this time we're going to look up WeMerge Media and go to my business page. Now on the business page, as I mentioned, it wasn't called a reel here, at least not yet. But when I scroll down, and this of course is a page that I have an admin access on, it shows a photo, create a story, or create a short video. So when you click short video, you'll notice that it's the same and you get the same functionality. So you get to choose the audio, you get to choose effects, you get to do the timer, and you also get to, I never use this green screen. Let's see. Oh, that's cool. Because I don't even have a green screen behind me and it actually filters it pretty well. So how cool is that to be able to do that? I would imagine, yep. So camera roll means that you can upload stuff from your camera. So if I wanted to use this image from Be Well magazine, I can put that on my background. That's pretty awesome. See, we learned something new. We learned something new. So a couple things that I want to share with you before we leave. Let's hit. I want to cancel. Okay. A couple things I want to share with you that are important before we leave. And I'll show you one more way. If you decide you want to pre-record your video clips rather than recording camera, you can do so too. So I'm gonna hit short video again. And on the lower left-hand corner, you see a little icon and it shows all these clips. Now on Instagram, when you go and pull up your phone library, it allows you to choose images and it allows you to choose videos. I've noticed here on the Facebook Reels, it only shows videos that are in your phone. So keep that in mind. So when might you do this or why might you do this? Let's say, for example, you want to pre-record your clips rather than do them live in the camera on your phone. You can pre-record those clips and then upload them into your reel. So it says select multiple. I can choose multiple clips, hit next, and now it's going to put them in a timeline and I can go ahead and do the same thing I talked about before, add audio. You can add voiceovers, which is pretty cool. So if I wanted to do a voiceover, I would just do that, hit the mic button. Hey, this is Michael Duman doing a real quick test on doing a voiceover on a reel. Okay, there's that. So once you're done, hit next, and then it's ready to post and it's ready to go. So there's two ways that you can, I'm gonna just discard that. Two ways that you're able to get that content in there. You can record right in camera, or you can record, pre-record, and then upload your video clips right to it. Okay. So, any questions at all? If you have any questions, please feel free to post them in the comments here below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Hopefully, everything played back just fine. I'll find out once I get back over here and check. We have a boot camp going on right now. So if you're someone who would love to be able to get some instruction on how all this stuff works together, we're running a boot camp this week. If you go to wemergemedia.com and click on workshops, you'll see the boot camp that's we're running there. So we're covering all these different social media platforms, all the things related to building the proper infrastructure to promote your business online is all being taught this week. Even if you sign on late, because I'm recording every day, you'll still have access to the recordings that are inside the bootcamp. So you can just go to wemergemedia.com, click on workshops, and then you'll be able to access the bootcamp. Okay. So let me answer Lauren's question. Lauren asked, hey, do you know where the reels go on Facebook when you post via Instagram and share to Facebook? So I have encountered that, and that's how I found this out. When you post a reel on Instagram, it now asks you, would you like to be able to share this on Facebook, and it looks like it shares them over to like the watch page. I was on the watch page and I noticed that they had a section that was reels, and I actually clicked on one of the reels and noticed that, oh, this is actually linked from Instagram. So I'm like, okay, now I understand when they're asking you that, they actually put them on Facebook's watch page, and then they're available because reels are available to everyone. It then gives everyone access to it. So it's a benefit to us as business owners because it gives people an opportunity who may not follow you to be able to be exposed to your content. So I know that was a lot of information today. Hopefully this was helpful for you. Go ahead, give Facebook Reels a try. Like I said, it's new. And typically when things are new, it gets more traction because they are trying to promote that feature. If you have questions, leave them in the comments and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you later. All right, so that's our episode for today. Thanks for tuning in for Tech Talk Tuesday. I will see you next week, unless something goes down again and I need to go live and come back here and meet with you again. I'll do so. So thanks for tuning in. Have a great Tuesday.